So y'all ready for some comedifying comedification? In other words, George Bush might use during his visit to London this week?
Yeah.
I guess
Give me a cheer if you hate George Bush. Not as much as I frickin' do. See, I'm from New Orleans. Most people can tell by the way I handle a guitar, actually.
No.
Fucking George Bush fucked up my city, but he fucks up everything. Everything he touches turns to shit. He's like King Shite-Ass. He touches everything. And people have started learning that. Because a couple months ago now, traders around the world were going, hey, come here. Hey, look, George Bush has noticed the economy. Holy shit, he's doing something! Since then, markets around the world. Boom! Worse than an Afghan wedding party. And look at his war on terror. Fucked up is that? You can't have a war on terror! It's an emotion! What's next? The war on jealousy? The war on disappointment? Maybe the war on the feeling that the guy I voted for kind of got the shaft. No, you can't even have a war on terrorism. Truth is, you can't. It's a tactic. What would be next? The war on artillery bombardments? How the fuck would you fight that? Get the Jews out there, bomb the shit out of them with artillery! Sir! Kind of counterproductive. The only thing you can actually do is have a war against a group of terrorists. So what did Bush do? He invaded Iraq, which didn't have any terrorists. Until we got there. If this fuckwit had been president during the Second World War, he would have put a stop to the Nazi menace by invading Mexico. And now terrorists, they're popping up faster than spots at a McFly concert. That's fucking embarrassing. A couple weeks ago, there were these guys in the paper, Muslim terrorists who would plan to capture a British soldier and behead him like a pig. Now, I have a question for everyone. Can you think of something that a devout, halal-eating Muslim would know less about? And then, before that, there were the NHS doctors trying to blow up Tiger nightclub in Glasgow Airport. I really like the Glasgow Airport bit because they didn't blow anything up. They just had a Scottish cat kicking the shit out of it. And the thing that got me about that is, isn't the NHS killing enough people? And what really got me about these guys is that whole thing with the NHS doctors. It really made me wonder, what are NHS's hiring practices? Because these guys never did their homework. Seriously. They thought that they were going to double park a car in central London. And would be there 5 minutes later. The second thing they didn't do, they thought they were not only going to double park in central London, they thought they were going to walk away from the car unseen. And if they had ever bothered to look up in central London, they would have realized there are more cameras on every street than a group of tourists from Japan. And the third bit of homework they did not do was chemistry, which is really fucking worrisome because doctors are supposed to study that shit. There was no oxygen in that car to react with the petrol and the propane. No reaction, no boom. Now, to be fair to them, it is hard to get bottled oxygen, unless you work in a hospital. And what really got me about that, you see, I've been living in the UK for a long time. I moved over here back when Clinton was president, the good old days back when the US was still considered a democracy. Yeah. And I depend on the NHS for my health care. And I don't want to go to a doctor who's too stupid to make a bomb. And these guys blowing them. These guys blowing themselves up for religion. You ever notice that people who really devoutly believe something, religious things, they all think that God wants you to dress a certain way. Now this is the all-wise, all-powerful being, wants you to dress a certain way. Why? Did he make us wrong? What? Did he sit there and go, fuck, look at them, they're bald, they're hairless, I meant them to look like Chewbacca! Fucking cover that shit up!